Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Angel,
Yes.
you know Salt Lake is known for some pretty good food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know why?
Because
of places like From Scratch.
From scratch. Is this one of those places when you... Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one of these places when you go and when you order something, you know that you can buy that bread at Walmart?
Negative.
Is this one of these places when you buy ketchup and they bring you like the Heinz fucking bottle?
Nope.
Tell me all about it.
So it's in the name, From Scratch.
Okay.
Everything is from scratch.
Okay.
All ingredients from scratch. And when we're talking, you go in there, you sit down, and get ready to have your mind blown. Start off with some of the fire bread that they have to offer.
Okay. I'm a sucker for bread.
Yep. You could even start with a soup and salad, right?
Soup and salad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Salad special of the day.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
We could have what I love,
Yeah.
the roasted beet salad.
You have talked about that before.
Yes, it is outstanding.
What about drinks? Do they have drinks?
Specialty beer on tap, and almost a full liquor cabinet.
I'm already sold, brother.
You like it?
Oh, I'm down.
How about food-wise? We talking some good food?
Yeah.
Right? How about a braised brisket sandwich? Ooh, yeah. How about a blue cheeseburger?
Blue cheeseburger.
Right.
You fucking serious?
A pastrami burger?
Nice.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pizzas like you wouldn't believe.
Now, I'm a Ninja Turtle.
Yes,
at heart.
you are.
Do
Yes,
they have
you
pizza
are. So
too?
I knew you had it at pizza. Right?
You sold me, bro.
So,
Where are we going?
Downtown Salt Lake City.
Okay.
62 East Gallivan Avenue. For reservations and takeout, 801-961-9000.
That's 801-961-9000. If you want fresh made meals, no one's better than
From Scratch.
Soda Bean. If you guys are looking for some great food, I'll suggest Soda Bean.
Soda Bean.
Soda Bean is a sponsor of this podcast, and they have everything for you. Justin, what do you feel like having?
You know what? I could go for a cappuccino.
They have cappuccinos, they have espressos, they have Americanos, everything you can think of, they have it. What about drinks? What kind of drinks would you like?
Like something like a specialty drink?
Yeah, well, these guys have the Carol Baskins, they got the Lucifer, they got the Tuxedo. Dude, you don't even understand how many things these guys have. You hungry?
I'm way hungry.
Bagels, pretzels, nachos, even chips, cookies. These guys have it all.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Would you like to go?
I'd love to go.
Let me tell you where they are. 2273 West, 7800 South in West Jordan.
Yeah.
Tell them you hear from them, from us, and they will treat you right. And even if you don't tell them that, they still will treat you right, because that's the kind of people they are. Soda Bean.
Good food, better drinks, and better people.
Soda Bean.
Welcome back to the other side of the Beehive, episode 98.
Yeah!
We're almost there. We're almost ready to retirement. And what a better time than Christmas. To have the next guests we have today. Speaking of the naughty list.
Oh.
We're about to get all naughty, and Santa ain't gonna bring us shit this year. So I will say this: women, open your third eye and send us photos of it. And guys, pen and paper.
They have a third eye, too.
Yeah.
And we'll see those ones. We're good with that.
and send us to his DMs. And gentlemen, pen and paper, because it's about to get confusing in here.
Yes.
It's about to get very confusing in here. But we have the salty
Sex cast.
sex gas. I always say
almost
crew.
there.
I always say crew. I don't always say crew. I don't know why. Salty.
Should we be the sex crew? Salty sex crew?
That's kind of fun. I think maybe we should change our name.
Maybe we should just have like all of our fans be called that.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
great idea.
Sex
Do you
crew.
guys Thank you.
Do you guys call your fans something?
Now we can.
Well, yeah, now we do.
Because we have
It
the
was
colony.
decided.
We have the colony behind us.
Oh,
the
yeah.
colony.
That's
Bees.
cute.
See what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Brian, do you have any fans that?
The bad girls.
Yeah,
The bad
we're
girls.
fans.
Yeah.
we're his only fans. Pamela and Mariah. First of all, how you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Thanks
You
for
guys-
joining us.
Yeah.
You guys excited? You
You're
guys
welcome.
look nervous.
It's been a couple weeks. We haven't been in front of the mic in a minute.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And you guys care of saying why or not really? Or
Shit happens.
We've all had shit happen over the past few weeks. I got COVID and had to recover from that, and
Yeah.
it seemed like a good time to take a break.
I got COVID. She's like, I got COVID yesterday. Like,
Just bringing it.
this water tastes like shit. I'm like, oh wow. So COVID, and then
And then just, overwhelmed with stuff. I do a lot of stuff. You know, I have the podcast. I have my own business. I work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I just was invited to adjunct teach another college class at the university. So I have a lot going
And
on.
she raises 3 children.
And I have 3 children that
That's
are
right.
like 11, 9, and 7.
So what's your business about? Because I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
But a dumb person like me is kind of like, I don't know what this is about, but I like the pictures. So what is it
Well, that's
about?
what Instagram is for.
What is it about?
So that's what.
For people like me that can't read, they're, oh yeah, this is great.
People like me that's colorblind. What's it all about?
So we'll give you like a little backstory of how Pamela and I even met because we're both business owners.
Perfect.
So I own Balance Your Wellness, and it's a health consultancy business. So I am a board certified health and wellness coach. I have a master's degree in health promotion. Like I didn't just get like a weekend certificate to coach.
Yeah.
kind
Can you
of
get
thing.
it online?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Now
University?
everything's online. So
Sure.
I can't even
Sure.
say that.
Yeah, right.
Actually. And so I went to like some female entrepreneur groups, and that's how I met Pamela because I personalize.
I don't know, Mariah.
Yeah, don't worry
I'm not
about
sure
it.
this time.
That's okay.
Anomic
Anyway,
aphasia.
yeah, right. And so in body image, like is kind of where I
Specialized.
specialize. God, why was my brain going to personalize?
Specialized.
You guys, it's so bad.
They were finding the word me not being born here. I was like, I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm like, specialized. I knew that. Anyway.
So, yeah, and that's kind of, Pamela was like, hey, I have this photography business. We're really always working to get people to be happy in the body that they're in. Would you work with me? And so we kind of, did a couple projects, but it bloomed into so much more.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you also have a business.
Yeah, so I own Silk and Salt Photography. I co-own it.
Yeah.
With my sweet little Polish partner, Mateusz. And we focus on female empowerment and body positivity. So that's why Mariah and my business mission align really well.
So you're an actual photographer then, right?
I'm not the photographer.
You're not a photographer?
Mateusz is the photographer. I do everything else. I run the business.
Okay.
She's the brain, so be careful.
What's that?
She's the brain, so be careful.
Oh, I see.
Gotcha.
So she's
I'm the
boss.
brains and the beauty. Mateusz is just the talent. So yeah, but he and I work really, really well together, and we both have kind of the same vision for
So what kind of photography
boudoir.
do you do? Oh, okay.
We do boudoir photography. So we photograph all body types, and we really try to encourage people to come in and just embrace their sexuality and, love the body that they're in. Because we hear all the time, like, oh, I really want to do that, but I got to lose 10 pounds first or whatever.
Right,
everybody's
right.
got something they want to change about
Adjusting
themselves.
all
You
the
guys
time,
like
yeah.
take out the
yeah.
stretch marks and
Yeah.
all
Can
these
you
things.
edit
Yeah.
out everything? Can you make me look, 20 pounds thinner? And we're like, no, we're going to show you that you are beautiful.
You guys are all about just leave it the way it is. Leave that third nipple there. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we do some magic in Photoshop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true, but we really try to make sure that all of our subjects look like themselves.
You have the essence of still who you are. Like there's so many over edited photos nowadays. I
Yeah.
mean, you can do it on your phone. So they're just really true to the person.
Yeah, we don't want you to look
Flaws
like
and
a
all.
plastic doll version of you.
Yeah.
We want you to look like you because we want to show you that you are beautiful just the way that you are.
And how long have you guys been owning your own?
We've almost been in
Business.
business for 2 years.
I would say, yeah, that's the same timeline.
About
Yeah.
2 years, yeah. We started around the same time. Yeah.
And so, what is your? You guys have a producer on your podcast too? Am I right? Or
Yeah. Brady.
Brady? And what does he do besides? Is that what
He's
his actual?
construction.
Yeah, he works in construction and
All right.
does
Hey,
podcast
that's a
producing
guy.
on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's
We're
nice.
lucky to have him.
He sounds pretty fun. So, I got to your guys' podcast because of DB,
Yeah.
and DB is
My husband's friend.
Okay.
They
yeah.
they lift together in DB's basement. They have a very cute bromance.
Okay. Okay. So
They call it puppy love.
so yeah, so he sent the photo of your guys' podcast to another podcaster and me, and I read the whole thing wrong because I think it was one of the episodes that you guys were having a sex therapist,
Yeah.
and him and I were always being like, we need a sex therapist,
Yeah.
so she can explain what's wrong with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I started listening to you, and the first time that I started listening to you guys, I was like, wait, what? I'm like, this person was talking about this name, and now he's talking about this other name, and now this other girl was talking about this name, but then her girlfriend, and then her boyfriend, and I was just like, I really got to dive into this.
So this was your introduction to polyamory?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling
So,
us? Okay.
What's the podcast about?
The podcast is about sex education,
Nice.
but we also try to have fun on there. It's not just educational.
Yeah, we don't want to be boring and dry, but we do want to be as accurate as possible too. So we're not going to feed you a bunch of bullshit, but we're going to have a lot of fucking fun doing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, that's exactly what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
So I am polyamorous, and I have 2 husbands and a wife.
And for people, okay, yeah, I was gonna say for people that don't know,
So
aka
yeah,
me.
polyamory just means multiple loves.
Okay,
So
I got these 2 guys right here, but yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm talking
See,
about.
exactly. So, but I've been having sex with him for longer than that.
Yeah. I mean, it always works out that way. Yeah.
Careful, I got to time my drinks the right way.
So you have what you said. You have a husband.
I have 2 husbands and 1 wife.
See, I thought there were 3. There's 4 of them.
Well, it's even better, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I say people, pen and paper, because it's about to get confusing.
But then one of her husbands has another partner as well. So really, I mean, this tree goes forever.
I know, that's
It
why,
has many branches.
That's why we wanted you to have it to come here, because we were like, we need to
Where's the whiteboard? We'll draw it out for
everything
you.
about this. Yeah, exactly. Well, there you
So
go.
did diagram.
Basically, you're telling me you're always driving down the carpool lane no matter where you're going, right?
Yes.
This sounds like a benefit right out of the get-go. Are you kidding me?
Like it never goes slow.
Shit. Traffic jam? Polyamorous, motherfucker.
He's like, how much time till we get there? We're like, I don't know, 30 minutes. I'm like, I'll be there in 10.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
And then your situation is a little different.
Anyway, sure.
The same.
Yeah.
Different
So
but the same.
I have a husband, and then last year we decided to go on Tinder and just, fool around. We met this girl, and it was really just meant to be like a sexual, like, fun thing, which we've done in the past. We've, but this kind of just bloomed into more of a relationship, and we all 3 were dating. Up until probably like end of August, early September of this year. So it was like 9-month relationship of the 3 of us. So polyamory to a point, but I wouldn't call myself polyamorous. This is when
Yeah.
it gets really
But so you guys are down to
just the 2 of us.
just
Just
the 2 of us. Just like a normal relationship, I guess you could call it. Is there a lot of people like you guys here?
Yeah.
'Cause
For
I
sure.
feel like
welcome to
I
the
feel
other
like
side of
Utah-
the beehive.
See, exactly. I feel like Utah is like a lady in the streets, but a hooker on the sheets. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of underground shit.
sure.
Am I right?
For sure. So I think Utah probably has one of the larger like swinging communities
Yeah.
in,
See, I
in the
used
country.
I used to work with a guy that they did that, and he was like he will fly overseas just to go get laid and then come back.
That must be nice. But but I mean, I think that what's happened is because there's like such a huge swinging community here that a lot of those people like Mariah and her husband like meet people to have sex but then become emotionally attached, and so then they look into polyamory. So there's also a huge polyamorous community here. There's an online group called Utah Polyamory Society, or UPS, which is
Don't type that in wrong.
I gotta call my wife.
She worked for UPS.
God damn it!
and it's a support group. It's not really like a dating group. There are
Right.
dating groups out there too, but if anybody that's really interested in learning more about polyamory, anybody that feels like, oh my God, that's me. Like, that's what I've been struggling with my whole life. I've never wanted to be monogamous. That would be a good place to start your education and how to do it ethically.
Ethically?
Like he's telling us, like, that would be a good place for you guys to start. Like, do they got applications? So how does that work with? So you don't have any kids?
I do.
Oh, you do have kids.
I have kids with my first husband. So one of my husbands and
Pen and paper, people. Pen and paper.
Okay, so Bert, I married 24 years ago.
Okay.
And he and I have 3 kids.
Okay.
And then I married Henry and Amanda at the same time this last Halloween, but obviously not legally.
Right.
Henry has 2 kids.
Okay. So
And I have 2 households. So I live with
Told you
Bert.
she's the brain.
I'm telling you.
I live with Bert and 2 out of the 3 of our kids, because one of our kids is grown and out of the house.
Yeah.
And in one house. And then in the other house, I live with Henry and Amanda and Henry's 2 kids.
You have to be exhausted.
That's what I was
I'm
gonna
tired
say.
a lot.
And also,
That's why you
also,
have multiple partners, because then they all do it all.
but see,
I'm just
but-
kidding.
but-
So like there are some benefits. It is exhausting, but there are
Christmas time, right?
cuddle
For
puddles?
God's sake, are you
Christ, dude,
kidding
you better
me?
own a business.
Yeah,
You can
right?
buy presents for everybody.
How's your credit, for God's sake?
It doesn't matter because theirs is great.
Was that the most white remark ever? How's your credit, by the way?
But yeah, like the cuddle puddles and the group sex is amazing. And like multiple adults contributing to one household is really great. So
We got so much to
financially,
learn.
there are a lot of benefits.
Yeah, but how does it work with your kids though? So are they? So you say
Oh,
you
they're aware.
have okay,
They're all aware. Yeah.
and yours?
My kids are younger, and we were still in the closet. Like, Pamela has come out to her family and everything. Like, we weren't very open. Our 11-year-old picked it up a little bit. He overheard some conversation and was like, Abby's your girlfriend? And I was like, yeah, so let's have a conversation.
So how? What about that? So you guys have this relationship with this other person. Mm-hmm. Was she living with you guys?
She wasn't living with us, but she would stay the whole weekend, almost every weekend.
Right.
So, like, she's in our bed. She's sleeping in our bed. Our kids, like, my 7-year-old loves her. They're, like, the best of friends. They hang out all the time, you know. It's just kind of like another trusted adult in the house. So that's kind of like, you know, as kids, you're so resilient. You just kind of pick up on what's normal. And we made it normal.
I think that's another benefit actually, is that kids do have like multiple adults to go to. Like Henry and my son have a pretty good relationship with each other.
Wow. That's great.
So he's just got another man. Because, you know, sometimes you don't, when you're a teenager, like, you don't want to go to your dad for anything.
Right.
But if there's like
Yeah.
a cool dad figure, you're more likely to open up to that guy. So it's pretty good.
What about your family? What you guys come from a LDS family?
Yes.
I come
Both
from
sides.
a Catholic family.
Oh, so you guys are good.
No, actually, my
I'm just
mom
kidding.
disowned me. Yeah, pretty much. My mom
Really?
disowned me. Yeah.
Well, we won't get into it.
Yeah, no shit. Well,
Talk about, I think, episode 3, like, really early on, that all happened.
Yeah.
And she really talks about it. I mean, read some of the messages her mom was sending back. It's just really, really sad. And honestly, people think it's just about the sex. It's like anyone can fuck anyone. Like, don't,
Right.
like,
Right.
that doesn't mean a whole lot. But when you actually are putting yourself out there and saying, I'm claiming this other relationship, that takes a lot of bravery. And it was not received well. And unfortunately, you know, that relationship crumbled. Sorry, I'm going to step in. I'm going to tell everybody how it is. This is Pamela's life. So,
But you still haven't told your parents anything, right?
no. And honestly, that's reason it took so long for even DB to find out about our podcast is my husband did not want anyone to know.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
We didn't even, like, he was like not okay with starting the Facebook page. It was like, don't put your face on this. You should go by a pseudonym. Like, it was really a big deal for a long time. And I was like, I'm going to fucking own this. Like, this is who I am. And I've been so tired of holding back just myself. And that's really the whole reason I like approached Pamela. I was like, I've got this stuff. I want to just be loud and myself. And this is a great platform. So I get to do it. So that's why we started the podcast. I was done editing myself. And anyway, but when my husband finally got his big girl panties on, he told DB, and it's just kind of,
Oh.
Because DB can tell, he can hold a secret, right? He's really good at keeping things
Mm-hmm.
quiet, right?
Yeah. That's why he has such a good job security.
He told me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's just. It was so hard for me to keep up, and then I'm like, oh, okay, because there was a point in time because your guys' producer is as fucked up as you can. I'm just kidding. No, but he lives a life like that, right?
Yeah, they're open, and him and his wife, and she was always like that before they even met. So she kind of brought that in years before I even had met them. So it's not like it was like, hey, let's just trickle through all the, like, spread it like wildfire. It was more like, this has already kind of always been there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got so many fucking questions. So how does it work for you if you get mad at one of your...
If I get mad at one of my
Yeah,
partners,
like you just say, like, I'm just going to fuck someone else. Or like, you know, you just turn around and go to the next
Revenge fuck
person.
right
like,
in front of them.
Like, I don't know how we... Because like,
You're
I
gonna
can
sit there and watch.
Because like, I can get mad at the wife and just be like, oh yeah, it just... But I have one person, you know what I mean?
it takes a lot of emotional maturity to juggle multiple relationships.
Okay, obviously I don't have
And
that.
a therapist. So, like,
Oh, really?
if we have issues, we do talk about them in the moment, but we also talk about them in therapy. So that's how we resolve most of our. I don't know, like we don't really argue. Sometimes we have difficult moments, or
Yeah.
Like
shit we
everybody.
disagree on.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of us are really like fighters. So I think that helps a lot.
They're all lovers.
We're all lovers.
That's why they fuck all the time.
do, fuck
Tell her
all
how
the time.
long.
Yes, yeah, see, that was
A
another
day.
question. That was another question that I had under the sleeve.
That's why you have a carpool pass, for God's sakes. All the fucking, you got time to waste, right?
Those are the questions I was going to ask. You are, it's well documented on your podcast. You get laid a lot.
Yeah.
So how many you have today?
Actually none today. It's been a really terrible day.
God damn it! You should have
I
done
know,
this.
but
You knew you were coming to the
I
Beehive.
know, but I'm going home.
Yeah, the
And I'm
day's
gonna
not over.
get. It's not
That's
over.
right.
It's not over. Trust me, I'm gonna get mine.
By the time I go to bed, she's like opening
Like you just won the Indy 500, shaking the fucking champagne.
So you said you went to Tinder?
I went to OkCupid, and that's where I met my wife. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I don't.
So OkCupid is a really like poly-friendly dating app.
Okay.
Tinder's not. That's
Tinder's not.
So
If they find out it's a couple looking for another
Yeah.
person.
Oh, really?
I got banned from Tinder
oh really?
for life.
We snuck in. I don't know how we snuck in.
That's what I was. So it was you, the Tinder one.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was. Okay.
I think it's because maybe our main photo is just me.
that's probably
On
why.
the hook.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uses me.
So since you guys are not a throuple anymore, are you guys looking forward to do it again, or it's not a?
You know, it takes a lot out of you.
See,
like
yeah.
it's one of those things, like it's not just adding a third person, it's like exponentially changing the dynamic.
Yeah.
You have that much more emotion, that much more time, that much more effort you have to put into, I mean,
Because it's not
Work.
about a, and excuse my ignorance about it. It's not about a threesome, right?
No, it's about individual relationships and then that joint relationship too. So you're trying to like
you still have to
foster the throuple relationship while maintaining this individual relationship and that one and then those two. So it's
Yeah.
4 relationships.
because yourself.
Yeah.
Don't forget yourself.
Yourself is the 5th, yeah.
And so that's kind of what happened is I put myself on the back burner and I got burnt out and I was kind of like, that's what another reason we stepped away from the podcast for a minute. I'm like, I need to recenter. I need to regroup a little bit. So no, we're not looking. I think just because we need to kind of recenter a little bit more, not just on myself, but as a couple too. Nothing terrible, but just get back to healthy, you know?
Do you feel like you're being drilled right now?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
We're so
Just
used
making-
to
We
it.
get
making
these
sure.
questions all the fucking
Yeah, and
time.
not
Oh my
only
gosh, so
that,
you're polyamorous or you've done this, you're gonna fuck everyone. It's like, no.
no, that's not me. But it's just gotta be so. In your situation, can it work the other way? So you guys get a boyfriend, or that's not.
That's
Jesus
been
Christ,
brought up.
dude. You like throwing your
Can I
shit.
not? Can I? No, I'm saying because I'm looking.
totally
I'm just kidding.
valid
I'm just kidding. Because I don't know if it's. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to
dynamic.
see how you guys see it. You see what I'm saying? So for me, like once again, in my ignorance, all I know is like, oh, this couple like to have fun. Like I've met a couple friends of a friend of a friend that they would pick up a girl and they would take her home. But when I talk to them, they say it's better if you don't know them. It's better if you don't know the third person. But you're talking about a threesome. You're talking about
that's just
a
sex.
one night stand.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know. The next day you just get an Uber.
You're talking a real relationship.
Yeah, real relationship.
So that's why I'm asking it. And look, if I overstep the boundaries, just tell me. Let's talk about that.
I
We'll
have
just
no
move on.
interest in finding another male at all. So I'm bisexual. So I really wanted that female
Yeah.
other partner and like enjoy that time. Plus, like during this podcast and everything that we've learned, I'm like, oh my God, I'm aromantic. Like, I just don't care for romance. Like, I don't take it well. I don't ever give it. So why would I want more people that I have to deal with this?
Right.
So that was like, I think that's why it was so draining. Because I was like, dear God, you guys are both romantics. I can't handle it. Like, just one person, it was enough.
yeah,
And like,
gotcha.
so I was kind of hoping like they would feel each other.
Yeah.
No, they both looked for me for that. I was like, God.
Really.
But
It's
also,
exhausting,
her
yeah.
husband's not bisexual, and she is. So it doesn't make as much sense for them to find another man.
For a throuple.
For a throuple
And then
situation.
I don't feel the need to have another partner either. And that what I would say is another part of the definition of polyamory is like you crave another person. Like you
Right.
need more than one.
Well, I should clarify
Like,
this
maybe
because
not need, but yeah.
but because I think there are two different types of polyamorous people, right? There's the type that feel like I have to have this in my life because it's part of my identity. It's how I was born. It's how I've always felt. Like I remember feeling this way when I was in middle school. And like, you know, my boyfriend, I was like, I wish he would just like date other people. And then there are people who are polyamorous because they maybe have a partner who
Right.
wants to be. So my first husband that I've been married to for 24 years, he's not really polyamorous. Really, he's monogamous. But he's polyamorous for me.
Right.
Like he's made it work
Right.
for me because he loves me and wants to keep me. So he's done a lot of work on himself to be able
Dude, could you do that? And I'm only just saying for me because,
Two girls? Yeah.
well,
Just kidding. No,
I've been a well-documented individual, but for me, like my wife, that's just us. And I'm not saying anything that you guys, what you're doing is amazing. That's great.
Like
that
it works for you
works
guys.
out
Oh,
for
yeah.
you guys.
No, both relationship styles are valid.
I'm such a jealous fucking
Yeah.
person. It would never work. Never work for me.
I think that's true for a lot of people. My husband had to work through some of that himself too, and I'm not saying that anybody like needs to do it in their life, you know.
Yeah.
This was just for him. It was weighing whether, you know, he was going to lose me or whether it was worth it to like work through his feelings on stuff. But he got to the point where like he invited Henry, because I met Henry before Amanda. So for a while, it was just me, Bert, and Henry. We all slept in the same bed.
What a true love story, though. Like, if I'm being honest,
That guy,
right?
what a
Yeah,
trooper.
and they're both very much heterosexual, but they had really no problem sharing me. It was fantastic. I have to say, I
what
really
you're
love
thinking,
having
yes.
two men at the same time.
I'm sorry.
It's really
say that
good.
again.
Yes.
I love having two
What?
men.
Oh,
same time.
see?
But then I also love being with Henry and Amanda. Like I love seeing Amanda and Henry's love. That makes me really happy. That's something called compersion, where you like feel that joy
Right?
from seeing your partners in love.
Compersion.
Compersion. It's a poly word.
Learning
we're
so
not,
much,
We're not,
man.
we're not Polynesian, so we don't know.
He looks Polynesian.
Yeah, it looks like it. So, but do you get like, again, if I'm stepping over my boundaries, let me know. But do you get like, let's just say, you walk in a room and then two of your partners are going at it, and you're just like, I'm just here to watch. Or, well, I mean, with your record, you participate, right? Am I guessing? But is there a way that you get like,
Sometimes it's just fun to watch.
or you just open, you're like, oh, my bad, and then you just close it.
No, not usually. Like if we want private time, then we schedule it so that the other person knows.
They got a whiteboard at home. Sketches.
Got a calendar.
They have like little pictures of themselves that they just kind
it's
of
all
put
room
in.
one.
No.
You
Room
start
two.
thinking like teams in school. You're like, I'll take it. You're like, yes. The other ones are like, oh man.
It's not that cool. We just have like a date night, and it's.
But it is that complicated. Like
Yeah,
their
it probably-
schedules were nuts for a little while.
Yeah, it's true.
Fucked with our podcast.
But
for
yeah,
a
like
bit.
if my partners are having sex and I walk in, then I usually just like join, or I watch because I like watching.
Oh, see.
We talked about jealousy, and that's something we always bring up. Like every single relationship, even between siblings, has jealousy.
Right.
It's just something you have to deal. It's part of a relationship. It's part of just being human.
And I think in our culture, we're told that it's okay to feel jealousy over a romantic partner, even though it's not okay in other areas of our life. Like, and as women, we're also told that if a man is jealous over us, that means he loves us. And I've actually found the opposite to be true. Like, I really don't, I won't be in a relationship with a jealous partner.
Toxic jealousy.
Toxic jealousy. Everybody has jealous feelings, but if you don't know how to like work through those and
Right.
talk
And
about them,
admit to it.
I want to have
like,
nothing
what's
to do
going on
with
in
you.
your mind. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Do you guys bring your pad and paper right now? Just kidding.
Fortunately, this is all recorded, so I can go back and write it down.
like 10 seconds
When I'm
every
at my
time, like,
desk
"God
at
damn
work,
it."
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, like, wait, where did this fucking name come from? They start backing up. My wife and I have talked about it before, but we just obviously we're not looking to get a relationship with someone. You know, we were just like, it'll be, you know, it's been thrown out there. Not that we're looking either. We're just like, it would probably be fun, but, and I don't even know I can say that, but whatever. But it's because of all the stuff that I've heard. Like, it's better if you don't know the person.
So like a fun hookup is what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, because I would say if you're just looking for a fun hookup, it is better if you don't have a history with that person, because then that creates like just more complication into it. So if it's like, hey, this is a girl I went to college with, she's probably freaky, she'll be joining us, you know, then it's like, well, you guys have that history. Is that going to be easier for you to connect? And it just kind of gets that I think would be a recipe for easier jealousy than it would to just be like, no, we both kind of courted some chick on Tinder and we both liked her, and you know, and she's done and gone. I'm guessing it's a chick.
Right.
And when it comes to
You got enough bros in the room.
when it comes to the podcast, what's the response that you've gotten, especially here in Utah?
More people want more information.
Really?
And like accurate information, because it's been such a dirty taboo. We don't talk about, close behind doors, be shameful about it, that just people have had to kind of find it on their own. And a lot of times it's when we talk about ethical poly relationships or ethical multi relationships, like that's what we're talking about, is like just accurate information, understanding what jealousy looks like, understanding how to navigate complicated feelings. You guys learned compersion tonight.
Can you use that when I get home? She's like, we're out of compersion. There's no more in the fridge. Go to the store and get more. I'm like, no, that's not what that is. How many episodes do you guys have on the podcast?
50 something.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been doing
do-
it for over a year.
For a year, yeah.
Do one a week? Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
So
up until now, you know, we've taken like
you
a
said
month
you
and
took,
a half
yeah,
off.
took a break. You're going to get back into it, though?
Yeah.
Took a COVID break.
Where do you guys record at?
So our producer Brady has this awesome piece of land in Hooper, Utah.
Hooper?
Probably shouldn't say that out loud.
We got some friends in Hooper.
Yeah, we have some
podcast friends.
Yeah, shout out
It's
to
called the
Hellbot.
Murder Shack Studios.
So hold on. So are you guys coming from there? No.
Yeah, we're up north.
yeah, we're up north.
It's Nort.
Oh,
He makes fun of my.
Ask him to say North.
It was like 57 minutes to get here,
Holy shit.
just because
damn.
we had like rush hour traffic too. But like,
Well, I
kinda-
mean, if
it wasn't bad.
when you guys take the speed lane though, that was,
we did. No, we didn't. I didn't, because it was faster. I am very strategic on how I drive, and I was like, I'm watching you, minivan. You're gonna be slow as fuck, and I don't want to be stuck behind you.
So is it just audio, right?
We do we do film it as well and put it on Patreon. So
Okay.
only our patrons can see the video.
Nice.
You have to
Nice.
pay to
Everybody's doing
see us.
Patreon, dude. We need
Everybody
to get our
does it,
shit
dude.
together.
Yeah.
I think we're
Well,
worth
do you
seeing,
guys
though.
offer topless photos on your Patreon?
Oh, we just offer topless photos for free. So.
Deanna's now saying you. Yeah. You guys.
Yeah.
Well, when we hit 10,000 downloads, we said we were going to like do top list. And I was like, look, a 0 for each boob. So I was so excited.
And also, my boobs look so amazing since COVID. I don't know what it is.
The
It's
Rona
like-
just perked him up.
Yeah, Rona boobs are fucking awesome. I think it's possibly
Name of the episode right there.
What is it?
Rona
My
tits.
boobs look amazing since COVID.
I think it's because I started eating carbs and stopped exercising.
Oh, so they filled out a little bit.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
so
that-
perky now. It's great. So we definitely need to get that picture.
That's why
soon
they
at some
call
point.
it the COVID-19. Like everyone's gaining 19 pounds this year.
Yeah, but I guess I needed it in my boobs.
You guys just keep going. We're fine.
Angel, get your hand out of your pants.
Oh, shit.
Just doing the cross leg, like just gotta adjust.
So,
You gotta pee? Nope.
don't make me stand up. That's so cool. I brought you guys to my wife. I said, you guys, you gotta hear this. And I actually told her, I said, oh, I mean, I having this ladies come out and do the podcast, and she goes, can I be in it? I'm like, no. I'm like, you're gonna ruin everything.
I already said your wife and I sound like we'd make great friends. So,
Why'd you say that?
because we'd make great friends.
You don't know her.
No,
She's friends with everybody though. She makes friends with everybody.
Friends with the statue there. Because she's friendly.
Do you know when Snow White
Oh, with-
opens the window?
with my boner.
She goes, oh, and all the animals come out to her.
Yeah, she's an animal.
That is
lover.
Amy right there.
She was just saying all the animals
Yeah.
come in.
Birds
yeah.
help her get
So
dressed
she-
in the morning.
So she and I think that's kind of the reason why she's the way is because I mean we've done some freaky shit like the wife and I, but I think
They had sex in the garage one
Yeah,
time.
that's
Can you
right.
believe that?
oh my God, you
that's right.
dirty,
We've
dirty
recorded
boy.
it before, but I think it's like, dude, is it hot in here or is it just me? I'm
Please
serious.
tell me what else has that camcorder been used for?
I won't tell you. No, but I lost my shit. What was I saying?
Amy,
That you guys
are freaky.
shit.
Yeah, but I think the reason that she's open minded is because she used to be a dancer. She used to be, I mean, it's well documented in this podcast. She used to be a stripper. So the first time I met her and just like the stuff that she was talking about, I'm like, oh, this chick is not like the chicks that I've been with. Like she's actually open, like she's open to a lot of things, and she doesn't have any filters on her mouth, and so when she was pegging me, she
I knew it was going
she
there.
wants to do it.
I was waiting for it.
She wants to do it, but I'm afraid I'll like it and then she won't do it again. No, yeah, but so we do have like a healthy relationship when it comes to that, but yeah, sometimes we go to like dry seasons of it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like dry humping. I'm like, that's pretty sexy too, man. It's cool. A lot more laundry, but it's cool, man.
By the way, did the wife say, hey, Justin looks good with the beard? And then you
Yeah. You know what the problem is? So last week I went 2 months without shaving.
yeah.
I had a full on beard just to see if I could even do
I was
it.
gonna hire you for Santa Claus.
Here's the issue. I grow thick, gristly whiskers. I'm talking like barbecue scraper, fucking whiskers.
curve feelers.
No, these goddamn
gotta
things.
condition.
Like when I brush my
Right, that's
teeth,
what I do.
I shoot sparks. So my upper lip was so raw and hurt so bad
Oh.
that I couldn't touch it or talk. So I says, I told the wife, enough's enough. I've got to shave. And she was pissed because she enjoyed it. She's like, I like it. Don't do it. But I'm like, it's got to go.
I thought she didn't like it.
No, so she didn't like it at first.
When it was growing.
Once I grew it, I put the flannel shirt on, became the bounty man. She's like, yeah, getting some of that bounty love.
So once it's grown, it's like, oh yeah, I'm into
That's
it.
pretty sexy.
Like your dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Okay,
much.
Yeah, I see.
But so I was like, one step at a time. So I just shaved the mustache.
Oh, you did.
And I looked
you did
at
the
it.
Brigham.
And I looked like Abe fucking Lincoln so bad. She's like, you got to get rid of the whole thing
She's
now.
like, you fucked it all up.
Yeah,
You
you're
gotta-
done. So by the time I was done, the bowl to the sink,
Oh, yeah.
that fucking thing was covered. And there was hair everywhere. It was all over the floor. It was over the kids. The dog had it. Yeah, it was just.
She looked at you. She goes, "Honey, who's this girl?" No, the wife is like, "Hey, you know what?" She was like, "Justin looks good with the beard," and I'm like, "I'll let him know."
All men look good with facial hair.
Really?
Well, like 99%.
Yeah.
So all of them.
No.
What's the 1%? The gay ones.
This guy.
You got to use some beard oil. You got to condition it every day.
That's what I was going
It's
to
a
say.
lot of work.
I combed it. I conditioned it. It was beautiful.
But have you ever
To this point, God, no.
No. But
God,
have you
no.
ever let it grow and then just go to a barber so they can trim it?
Well, I could trim it myself, but
Not like a barber though.
okay. So you know my issues. Let alone anybody touching me.
True. He's a
Don't
germ-
let, I
he's a
don't let
germaphobe.
anybody touch me.
Germaphobe.
I have a hard time somebody cutting my hair, let alone touching my face.
Right, that's my bad.
So it's not gonna happen.
It's not like I have 98 episodes with you.
Yeah, I know. Well, so you should know me by now. You should know. Oh, enough said.
No, that's right. He's like if he's not here, I have to change that microphone. I got to put another one there. But hey, it's my ride or die.
I bet you're just loving this Rona. Just knowing
I'll be
everyone.
completely honest with you. The mask, the 6 feet, me washing my hands 30 times a day, and people are like, oh, that's normal now. It's been the best thing ever. I hope Rona stays. I hope everybody stays like this. We all stand back 6 feet. People are like,
Justin, it's time for your vaccination. No.
no,
I'm good.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know those, we've talked about it, close talkers. Those all went away. Those
hate
all went
close
away.
talkers.
True.
Yeah, so don't mind the Rona, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Justin has been protecting himself from the Rona since.
Yeah,
Before Rona.
40 years now. I've been prepared for this.
So every time I hear your name, it just freaks me out because that's my husband's name.
Justin?
Justin.
Oh.
I've screamed your name in bed.
Ah.
There you go. Well, that's all the time we have.
Like a solemn, like bad news thing. Oh.
Oh, the crickets.
So the pictures in your Instagram of your husband, I was like,
Is he sexy?
He's a big boy.
He's a tank.
Oh, he's a bear, huh?
Yeah.
Power
he's a
bottom,
bear.
Fling me
huh?
around, yes.
Power bottom. I like it. I like it. My kind of guy. Is he out there?
No.
Is he looking for another guy?
He said he's hetero, but I mean,
I'll make him change his mind.
Until he's
You know what I'm
not.
bringing to the table. Got a smooth face. No, he's. I'd see the photos and it's like, oh. So when do you know, or when? So this third person for you, for example, you've done it once. You've done it a few times.
As far as dating or fucking?
Jesus, dating, bringing
you
it to
see,
your.
he was beating around the bush, and you just like cut him off. Here's
knees.
here's the hedges, bud.
Yeah.
like, fucking yes, right. No, like as a to be as a throuple again.
So we've only done it the once.
Okay, so when will you know, or is there anything that tells you, oh, it's time to get?
Constant
Like it's in
communication.
season.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, because she was just talking.
Feeling like I need another.
Because she was just because you were just talking about, oh, you just every now and then you need that other person.
Sometimes it's just fun to keep it like spicy, but as far as like this just fell into our laps. Like we were not expecting this, and that's what we kept saying the whole time. Like this wasn't anything either. Any three, whatever. The three of us were not looking for, and but we were so open about communication. It was just like we obviously know that this is probably not going to last long either because it does take a lot of work, and we weren't like prepared for how much it takes. But as far as like being open and just like communicating and being like willing to try it again, I think that's just a constant communication thing. It's just like, hey,
I would be surprised if Mariah ever went looking for another relationship.
I think it's fall out of the sky for me.
I think it's the difference between, like looking for something and just being open to it coming into your life.
Just totally being open. And I think it's always, and it's even more fun because there's like we've swung before, and there was times that it was a little more planned, and it just felt like forced, and it wasn't as fun as far as like just kind of having several sexy people drinking, and it just kind of happens, and it was like it's almost a thrill kind of thing. So it's very different if you're just open to versus like this is what I'm planning. This is what I'm looking for. People call that unicorn hunting too. So it's like, we are looking for a third. They have to like both of us equally. All this thing, it's going to be very, very difficult and actually quite unhealthy.
It dehumanizes the other person. They become objectified. You're this slot in our life that we want filled. And you need to check all these boxes, and you need to serve our needs. Right? You're not thinking about that person and their needs.
Right.
And you said that you came out to your family.
No, I have
You
not.
said you haven't.
No.
That's right.
Shh.
They live
Kidding.
here.
Not like, yeah, they do.
Well, they're fans of the podcast, so
Yeah.
Are they LDS?
Yeah, and they're kind of like on their way out. It's been fantastic. I've just been like, Mom, mimosas, Christmas, like trying to like just get it. She wants a tattoo, which is really, really exciting.
she's all tattoos and mimosas. Where's the threesome?
This is the, so.
It's like I'm not LDS anymore. So. God damn, Mom.
My parents would probably be like so confused. Jesus, you guys. They'd be really confused and have a hard time for a minute, but they wouldn't like disown me. I don't think I would make it uncomfortable for a little bit, but wouldn't hurt the relationship just because I put my parents through fucking hell. Like if they can survive what I've already put them through, they're good. But Justin's parents, my husband's parents, would not be okay with it. Like they already have a hard time that I've taken him away from the church.
Ooh.
Like that's how like that's where
That's how they see
I
it.
sit.
Yes.
So I just make sure I wear like short shorts all the time when I'm at their house, or just enough cleave, just to yeah.
Really?
And my kids swear around them. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have an older sister and a younger brother.
And they don't know either.
No, and I've debated telling my sister. She's pretty understanding, but she's not. Like she lives with my parents, and so I'm like, I just think out of convenience it would just slip, and I'm just like, it's like being outed, like it's truly being outed, and so I haven't found the right time yet. My brother, him and I just aren't close. Like I don't think he'd just be like, oh, there's my fucking crazy sister Mariah doing something else, So
You guys grew up here in Utah,
I didn't.
didn't you?
for the most part, like I was born in Southern California and was like back and forth all through elementary. Like every year we'd move. Like we're in California, we're back in Utah, California, and then like junior high. I've been here since junior high.
What school did you go to?
Bingham, South Jordan. Don't ask what year.
You guys don't share that.
How old we are?
No, I mean I'm fine sharing
You're
it.
so much younger than me.
Yeah.
So don't you like you can't not be okay with sharing your age.
Yeah, I graduated in 08
From high school?
from high school.
So old.
But give me a number. I'm not good at math.
I'm 31.
Okay, and
I'm 41.
okay.
Did you grow up here?
No, I grew up in Tennessee.
Nice. I got wife's got family in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what part, but somewhere out there. I know there's hurricanes, but that's about that. That's your geological addition of the other side of the
You
Beehive.
ever been there?
No.
I don't know that there's ever been a hurricane.
That's what I was like.
Tennessee. But there was something called Hurricane Elvis one year.
Elvis?
Hurricane Elvis.
Oh.
And it was basically just like these intense wind storms in the winter. So it was like wind and ice, and everybody in the city was without power for like a month.
Oh, so it was like our last windstorm.
Yeah, no shit. I was
Yeah.
gonna say
We did that too.
We have
Yeah.
that here.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, but there it was a big deal because we never get like...
There's really?
Yeah, because it's hot and humid there most of the time. So winters aren't usually very harsh.
Do you ever go back? No.
Not often. My best friend lives there. I'm not on speaking terms with my parents, so I'm not going to go back there to
Right.
visit them.
Do you have siblings?
I do, but one of them lives in Cambodia, and the other one lives in like a few hours from where my parents and best friend and everything are. So
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's not like a true Catholic family.
No, not really. I'm not really close to either of my brothers anymore.
Yeah.
My family's really here. Like I've chosen my family.
You get to create it. Yep.
That's great. That's good.
Is
Nice.
I was gonna ask a question. I was gonna ask one of those questions. Never mind. Because I just didn't want to make it awkward. What are your guys' plans for? Do you guys have any big plans for your guys' podcast, or is it just gonna stay the same? Or
It's a podcast. How much more can we do?
we went from his
A live nude show. That's our next step.
we went from his basement to
Yeah.
now we own this building. I'm just kidding. Everybody pays us rent. I'm just kidding. But do you guys have any plans or?
I think it really has been a passion project, and like we've already surpassed what we were hoping to get out of it. So
Nice.
That's why we took a step away, because it wasn't any fun anymore.
Right.
Like when it's just, and I was so regimented, and I was like, oh my God, we're going to just lose all of our listeners, and we're not going to be there every week for them. It was actually really, really hard for me to decide to like just take a break for a minute. But really, it's just, again, to be another safe medium for people to understand that, like, you're not alone in these feelings. Like,
Nice.
stop shaming folks. Don't feel shame yourself. You know,
We are planning on expanding our little studio, the Murder Shack. And we're always looking for...
because it's on this creepy fucking
It is,
dark road
yeah.
in
Stabbing
farmland.
Because every single one of our guests, when they pull in, they're like, I thought I was going to get murdered.
Like here.
Yeah.
Like here.
Yeah, we have people that like think about it twice to come here
Yeah.
because of where we are.
Yeah.
And they're like, you really want to take me to the ghetto? I'm like, it's like look past that, dude. It's like I love this building. I mean, yeah, it looks, it's got its things to fix, but
Yeah.
it's okay. But yeah, so we started in his basement, and every time we recorded, his wife had to be. So we went from his basement
Silent.
to his living room, and then we will set up every day. Well, not every day, like every time we record it.
Oh,
So he was
yeah.
like, okay, I'll meet you there. And then every time I got there, he's like, the foldable tables out and like 2 chairs from the dining room, and we will set up and everything. And then his wife had to be downstairs, the door closed with the kids, like he's a hostage. And then we're like, all right, we're good. And then they will come out. And like, it was just.
Yeah. Too
But
stressful.
not just a bit, but it's nice to, because you guys, so it's basically a studio, right?
Oh, yeah, we get the.
So you guys literally just get there and press record and you guys
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Brady has done a really great job with it. He's pretty handy with things, so it's so nice. Like he's put up our walls and all sorts of things. But I mean, we started our first time we recorded was just snuggling up on Pamela's couch with one mic, and so we joked around for a long time that because we couldn't figure out a name, and I was like, what if we do 2 girls, 1 mic? But Pamela had never even heard of that.
What?
Yes. So we couldn't do it because
Brian,
not
pull up
everyone.
too. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I am traumatized from that.
You know what? Like, I know what it is. I don't think I ever seen it. Like, I don't think I ever seen the whole
And
thing.
there's versions. So there's people that have recreated it. So if you want to find the original, you got to go through some nasty shit.
Literally.
Don't do it.
Literally.
Anyway, but so yeah, we started in Pamela's living room, then we made it down to my basement, like the unfinished like storage room, fucking freezing because there's
Yeah.
no heat. And then like I've been friends with Brady, and we were out for his birthday, I think. Maybe it was his wife's birthday, and I mentioned like something with podcasts. I made episode 3 is when he came on.
Yeah, it was pretty early on.
He just like almost climbed over the table because we were out to dinner, and he was just like, you have a podcast? Like totally just fangirled. And he's like, why didn't you tell me? So we just kind of brought him on because he's worked in radio before,
Brady.
like internshiped like when he was younger. So I put a lot of trust, and I thought he knew all the things.
Do you guys do your post work, or he does?
Mariah does the editing.
You do?
All of it? Nice.
Everything.
Nice.
Everything. So it just that's why it gets wearing sometimes. Like I do so much. Like I'm involved with everything. And so
What?
I do none of the editing. I load the episode on Facebook on Mondays, and I show up.
well, and you guys are pretty raw anyway.
We are pretty raw, yeah.
Like we try to be, but there's times that we'll just look at each other and we're like, what the fuck are we gonna say?
That's
So
why
we're
do you think I stepped out for a minute?
It's like they won't
Feminine itch?
notice.
Absolutely.
They won't notice. I put the episode up and I'm like, I helped. No, Brian has he's taken a huge weight off my shoulders, but I'm still the one who uploads. I'm the one who does the clips. I don't know if you guys seen the clips.
Yeah.
On Instagram. I'm the one. I put those together, but he is taking a huge weight off my shoulders. But
That's
great to have
probably why
the,
we only have Facebook, and that was actually something that like Pamela's just recently taken over because I was doing most of the Facebook for a minute.
yeah, that's the photo that was given to me.
Yeah,
Was
it's
sent to
really
me.
nice when she owns a photography business. We have some really good fucking photos of
I was gonna
us.
say.
What-
There's one that I'm like, why haven't we used yet? But like, we're kind of kneeling on the bed, like both kind of looking over our shoulders. And I was like, God, my ass looks fantastic.
I just saw that one
Same
in our
haircut. What's
folder
going
the
on?
other day.
How many?
Same hairstyle.
It's my battle bun. How many dicks do you see? Count the dicks photo. Can you?
There's one in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then those two bitches we call dicks too.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
You guys have all the soundproofing.
you guys-
That's nice.
that's
Yeah,
legit.
Brady's done a fantastic job. Like
Yeah.
he's just run with it. So it's been awesome. So that's Pamela and her husband and wife.
Yeah, I have that in my kitchen. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I walk out the door and I look at it and I go. I walk out. I'm just kidding. You guys have been putting these facts on
Yeah.
your guys's.
Yeah.
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me.
That was the one that I think I commented on it. The one about the sperm being like data. Can you go back, Brian? It's like I was like, that's down. I don't know which
Not
one
that.
it goes, and I don't know, but it was kind of like how much data is that? It
A male's body views its own sperm as intruders. They are at constant attack with white blood cells, so the male body produces special nurse cells who protect sperm from the white blood cells.
Is that
Oh,
true?
no,
So you guys are weak as fuck. You need nurse
I
cells.
think you're
I'm just
talking about the one though about data, right? Like how
that's
much
what-
data
yeah.
is transferred
yeah,
through
like
the sperm. Yeah, it's further
which
down.
one is it? It's gotta be just right about there too, but it was more of a like when we come.
Ejaculate.
Oh, my bad.
That's the scientific term, I think, for it.
I didn't know you were a doctor. There was like it's like data, right? They were basically wasting and putting
Yeah.
in a towel.
Yeah, that's right.
towel.
The
That's
toilet.
nice.
The toilet.
Or a
Let's be real.
sock if you're classy.
Is that? Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's it.
When a man ejaculates, he's transferring 1.5
Terabytes.
terabytes of data. Each sperm contains roughly 37.5 megabytes of DNA data times millions of sperm.
per orgasm.
I'm a computer nerd. That is a lot of data.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This my thing right there. All that coming and wasted on a towel, and then someone reply, and I think it's your boy, or I don't know if you.
I can't read that far.
Yeah, I was like, my eyes are
I know,
too
'cause-
bad.
If you're staying home, don't come out to play. No, I mean for the average fella. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. that
Yeah,
was-
so Pamela took over. I deleted Facebook. Like I was just
oh
over
yeah,
it
you
for a
guys do
minute.
complain about it every episode. I remember that. What? How come you guys don't like Facebook?
I don't have a problem with Facebook.
Oh no,
It's just-
Brady hates Facebook, so
Oh,
we
yeah,
gave
yeah.
him Twitter to take care of. It's been very, very neglected. I don't.
God
Twitter.
damn it, Brady.
Yeah, really. That's why I have a whip next to me in the studio because I just slap him when he
Slap
fucks
the
up.
shit out of him. huh?
That's why we put the dick next to you.
Well, because then he started
him with the
using the
dick.
whip in his bedroom, so he took it away,
Yeah.
and so I was like,
put the dick
fine.
next
And
to
it's
me
this
too.
dildo that's next to me. I just slap him.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I heard that.
What's your business called? What's your business Instagram, or is it your personal one?
It's my business Instagram is at Silk and Salt Photo.
Yeah, because that's
Very
the
nice.
one that I've come across. I'm like,
So, just browsing right now. I've been looking for somebody to do family pictures. Would you be
You guys are all naked and shit.
First of all, gross. But yeah,
fucker, I have kids.
Oh, my bad.
I'm a bitch.
but yeah, we do couple sessions, and
So-
you should come and check us out.
I have my wife works with my wife works with a gal who has been doing some sexy photography shots, and I don't know who by the smallest world in the world,
That's my
redundant, would say that we talked about it. I'm like, well, would you do this? Would you do it? And she's like, no. But the more we talk about it, I'm like, would you do it with me? And she's like, well, if you were with me, I think we would do it.
Yeah,
So
you should do it.
They do some sexy couple sessions. I've been trying to talk my Justin into doing it for so long.
If you go under sessions at the
I gotta
top,
We're gonna
define.
think it's him.
we have a couple sessions. There you go.
See?
You got to click on them to see the whole photograph.
well, I don't know if
Well,
we're going to
can
be
we
able to
show
show
that?
a lot of this on our. Yeah, but see how good looking them guys there.
So that's
that's-
her husband.
That's one of my husbands.
Yeah.
And that's his other partner.
It's so confusing.
That's why she photographs them so she remembers who's who. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe don't.
Hey, Brian, I think you're going to get us kicked off of
No,
YouTube.
just keep it here, not there.
Yeah,
obviously.
okay. Yeah, you're good.
Next thing I know, a donk's gonna come out. It's like, oh, it's a penis, but it looks good.
Wow. Those are very good. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very
Do you
nice.
know?
We are an award-winning photography
Oh,
studio.
no shit.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Do you know Chris Matson by any chance? He used to
think
work
so.
here. He's another photographer that actually does that kind of photography. Like, I mean, I'm gonna call it naked chicks, but it's but
Boudoir.
I mean, but it's yeah,
Boudoir.
there you go.
Just
I-
like
I barely know how to
what's
speak
the
English. I'm
other
gonna say
one?
that.
The other word we learned today.
Compersion?
Compersion. Yeah.
Isn't that from Persia? Somebody from Persia?
Hey, I know when people give me that look, I'm like, oh, I know a word. 'Cause- so we always,
Yeah, especially here.
so
There's a
we
lot of
make
words we
fun of
don't
me
know.
all the time because I have anomic
Anomic.
aphasia. See, just like that. Because I'm like, please help me fill it in. So it's just where they're the
Brain.
yep
Did,
doesn't fire as fast as like I want to go.
Oh, you need some alpha brain.
So then I just start and it just is like I'm turning and it's not actually coming. So I just like blank stare at people. I'm like, what's the word?
To me, that was the 90s, and the 90s fucked all that up for me. That's why my brain says, what?
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I'm way back here. What? It's like I'm way back here, bro. But Justin fills in for me when I can't snap my fingers. It's again, and I can't.
Oh.
See?
Can you snap? Can you snap on both hands?
That's weird because I'm better at with my right hand, but I'm left-handed.
Oh,
See,
interesting.
that's what he
Yeah,
is.
You're a
I think my
lefty.
snap
See,
was
I
harder
can.
on my
I'm
left.
right-handed.
Yeah. Interesting.
I can't do it with my right.
How much time we got? Before we go, there's something that we do to all of our guests.
Yes.
You guys
Do
have-
tall?
Do to all of our guests.
Okay.
We do all of our
Asked
guests.
of our guests.
Oh, okay.
Say.
Which is your guys's? Since you guys are ladies, your guy. Well, probably both for her.
No, I want to know lady.
Both of us are bisexual.
That's true.
So I want to know your lady crush.
Yeah,
Everybody has that.
Gal Gadot.
that's a good one. You know who that is? Wonder
Not
Woman.
a-
Wonder
not a
Woman.
clue.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that is
God,
a good
yeah.
one.
I'm
Fuck
gonna say
yes.
her too.
No, fuck
Yeah.
that.
No.
because I
No.
like honestly, like I don't really have celebrity crushes, but she is like the most beautiful woman outside of my wife in the world. She's stunning.
With just out
And
even
powerful.
trying. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it just shows up and like,
Well,
oh.
let's just say that one's taken.
effortless.
Who else?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Really, just your wife, huh? That's boring.
I mean, are porn stars out?
She's
That's not really like a
No,
celebrity
you're allowed,
though.
You're allowed to
Whoever.
say whoever.
I don't know. I've already said my name, but
yeah, that's fair.
I'm a Brad Pitt guy.
Ah,
That
see that?
makes
She's all,
sense.
well.
Yeah, I liked Brad in the 90s.
You know what's funny
He's
though?
kind of a
In
douche,
some pictures, to me, in some pictures she looks stunning.
that
Some
one's not a
pictures-
flattering
see,
photo at
exactly.
all.
Some
No.
pictures I go, like even that one, I go, that one's okay.
But look at that.
Someone's getting a lady boner. Me, I'm just kidding. So, tell the people where they can find you guys, or your podcast, your businesses.
You gals, shout it out.
Yeah. Well,
It's been a minute since we've promoed.
yeah, it really has.
What, do you guys have a
So-
set date when you guys are coming back on the pod?
Not a set date, but we're thinking in January we'll start recording again.
Oh, we were talking about
so-
this one.
Yeah, when are you guys coming back?
Oh, for this one?
So sometime in January,
Yeah.
January you'll start recording again.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah.
And you can find our podcast on pretty much all podcast platforms.
Not YouTube. We're not that cool yet.
Not YouTube. And
But
then,
you guys record it anyways, right? You just put it on.
yeah, you can find us on Patreon. You can't search for us on Patreon. You have to put the address into the browser because we are we're
Adult
sexy,
content.
Yeah, adult content.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So it's
Podcast. So
patreon.com/salty
That's
sex.
Patreon, B?
Salty sex cast.
B's like, I got me. I just get my
Yeah, and you
fix.
guys aren't patrons yet, so
Yeah, we don't. I just wouldn't know what to put in there.
Yeah.
You have
So
any? You
we have
any-
like recipes. We give like digital content. Like
Yeah, but
she's
who the
give like
who the fuck is gonna want recipes from us?
Yeah, welcome back to the other side of the Beehive. I'm going to teach you how to make buttered toast.
I have my margarita recipe on there. She's done like a posing tutorial, like how to pose and take your own sexy
Yeah,
photos.
selfies.
Oh, okay.
We have a lot of fun on
I
there.
could probably try
We
to
do
run
live
run a
Q&As that
track
people
off.
can come on to like Zoom, and we have like Zoom parties. So for all
okay.
of our patrons, it's fun.
if I were you, I would just ask your listeners what they would like. Get some ideas from them.
Yeah, sometimes that.
Backfires.
Sometimes when they want, we're like, well,
Hey, shut the fuck up. Oh, okay.
Brian wanted us to jump out of a plane for our 100 episode, and that's 2 episodes away.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
oh hell
I think
no!
you should go for it.
June. We're doing it in June. For the record.
All right, good.
My 40th
God
birthday.
damn it! It's on the show now. It's on the show.
Yeah, for my 40th birthday, we're
Oh
going to
yeah,
jump
that's
out of a plane.
right. That's
yeah.
right. You paying for mine?
Well,
What else do we want to promote? Facebook?
yeah.
We're on
Throw it
Facebook.
all
Yeah,
out
throw
there.
it all there. How people can find you?
Just at Salty Sex Cast on Facebook. And you can email us to saltysexcast@gmail.com if you have any questions or suggestions for episodes.
We get fun emails. We get people thinking that we are a casting agency for porn all the time because Salty Sex Cast.
Yeah.
So we get hit up a lot.
They're
Funny,
usually
we've never had that.
Yeah, I sent a dick pic, but I never got any response. I'm just kidding.
it's usually like foreign men who are applying and they're like, "Will you pay me?"
Yeah, they're
to
like,
have
hire
sex?"
me out. And they send us like specs and stuff. And I was like, oh, great dick size. Good job. But that's not going to get you
know,
anywhere.
That's another thing. We've asked questions to another podcaster, girl podcaster. Do you guys get dick pics?
Yes,
It's kind of unavoidable in our
it,
culture.
it truly is. She gets them a lot more for her photography business than anything. Because they're like, don't you
Yeah,
want to
I
take a
get-
picture of this? And
Oh.
I mean, I don't get a ton of that. I get a lot of like weird solicitations though, but I've learned to weed those
Like
out.
your car warranty is about to expire.
Big old dong in it. Is your refrigerator running? And
Yeah, it's-
what about your guys' business? You guys want to give a shout out to your
yeah.
business?
So you can find my website. It's www.silkandsaltphoto.com. And then same thing, our Instagram is at Silk and Salt Photo and our Facebook is at Silk and Salt Photo. And we also have an all-female Facebook group called Salty Witches. It's a really rad, like empowering support group for women.
Very
It's a
nice.
safe space.
yeah, look at that, 1.3 thousand.
Oh no, that's
Wow. Wow.
no. We have 1,700 members now.
Okay.
Oh, I thought
Well,
I
it's
was going
been
to
a
say, no,
minute.
so we
You
have
lost one.
60.
So sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I need to update that, but
What about your business?
So it's balanceyourwellnesstoday.com. Instagram, it's at balance.your.wellness.
Yeah.
And I have Facebook, but I don't post anymore because I have deleted Facebook. Honestly, if people have Instagram, they probably have, or Facebook. Like they're gonna have
Well, why
both of
don't
them
you just
anyway.
get well, this is how I see it, because especially because of the pod, you could just link those two, and you just keep posting on your Instagram, and Instagram will take it to Facebook.
But
Yeah, I could, but I
she'd have to
don't get
have
comments back.
Yeah, she'd have
You
to have
what?
a Facebook account to manage the comments and stuff.
I think so. I don't know. I haven't
Probably.
tried, but
You know what? As long as you're putting out content,
Yeah.
I don't think it matters if you're firing back with comments or not. As long as you're good about putting out content on a regular basis, it doesn't really matter. You know, a lot of people say they put this on social media, but I don't ever read the comments. Rightfully so. I mean, there's some shitty people out there,
We
right?
get some hate too every now and then.
Yeah, every once in a
not,
while.
Not often. But yeah.
oh,
It's the world we live in now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you just and it's hard for me because I sometimes
so
I just wanna say, hey,
balanceyourwellnesstoday.com.
because it's hard for me because sometimes I want to be like, hey, listen, you dickhead, but then I go
it's not worth it.
because if I answer to him, I ended up answering to everybody. But like I say, it's not often at all. It's just like every now and then
You
get
just
one
need
of them.
someone like DB to be like your commenter. You know, just
Well,
like comment on
probably
every.
wouldn't have a podcast anymore. We'd probably be canceled at that point. But, you know, shout out to DV.
Do you? Speaking of that, what podcast do you guys listen to?
I listen to DB's. I listen to your guys' now.
Aha, yeah.
You liar.
Right answer.
I will. I mean, are you guys open to feedback?
Yeah, sure.
No, please do. Please do.
It's so Fire
She's
Angel.
smart. She's doing it on air.
So it's all documented. But when you guys have 4 guests and you guys are all so excited, so much you guys talk over each other, and I was like, I can't fucking tell who's
Yeah.
talking and who's saying what. But we do the same thing. We get
Yeah.
so excited, especially when Henry's on, because he's just always so excited.
Yeah.
And like he has a very overbearing like voice, and
It's a resonant voice.
It's
he's the one who does our intro.
It's a problem with all podcasts.
It's kinda
Oh
hard.
yeah.
Even Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
They have the
When he
fight
ha-
companions or
when he has
whatever,
his buddies.
and he has to say, stop.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, because people are at their fucking wits' end right now, because just like you said, when you get excited, we all start talking. We all think we're just bullshitting as friends, and that's what this podcast is about.
Oh, yeah.
We're all just bullshitting, right?
Yeah.
So
That's why we don't use headphones or nothing. We just-
We've realized that one.
Yeah.
And the best part to me, as well as Angels, we'll go back and listen to this, and we'll catch something that we didn't catch before. It's like,
Yeah.
Learn and
"Ah,
grow."
motherfucker.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
it's
listen
a-
to your own podcast?
Well, I have to. I fucking edit it.
No, but after it's out. Like once the whole thing is done.
I never have.
Because I used to do
Really?
that. So when
Never?
I started putting the podcast together, when we started doing the podcast, we will record, and then I will go home, and then I will listen to the entire thing, and then just it's like, oh, okay, I need to fix this, need to fix that, then put the music and stuff, and then upload it, and then on Monday I will listen to it once it's finished. Now I don't, and then basically with Brian, we're at a point right now that this is literally done. When we get out of here, it's just a little twitch here and there, and then it's
Couple
set to
little
go.
tweaks and-
Yeah, and then he sends it to me, and then I upload it. But it's not. But my thing is like Monday morning, I do listen to what we just did.
So you just pad your numbers. I'm just kidding.
Everything. You know what?
One listen that you
lie.
get from yourself.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I do listen. Yeah, exactly. I'm not
The old sock trick, huh?
I'm not gonna lie. Like there has
You
been
want
episodes.
to know how the end user actually is absorbing
there has been
Yeah.
episodes that I do.
Yeah.
I swear I do listen to maybe 3 times. But also with me listening to it, I know exactly where I want to take the next clip.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of doing homework.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So it's like I kind of have to, like I'm gonna pull something out of here.
So when you guys started,
Maybe
did you
you
ever
get me in
like
trouble,
hate
but-
listening to your voice? You know how like everyone's like, I
still
hate listening to it
my
back.
voice.
That's
Yeah.
so funny because there was an episode that we talk about this. I've been told by 2 different people that they love my voice, and I'm like, really? Like it's not even an American voice.
Maybe that's why they
Maybe-
love it.
yeah, maybe
it's
that's why.
unique. It has its own flair. Like as soon as that voice comes on, who you compare it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't sound anything alike.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Honestly,
Ricky
that's a
Inglesi
strength.
over here and Pee Wee fucking Herman.
But like that's something that was like you get over it so fucking quick.
I
like you
have.
can just listen to yourself, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly how I sound.
Yeah.
There's times that I'm like, fuck, I'm
See,
so easily.
I got over that. Like, I don't have a problem with my voice, but I do. When I listen to it, I'm like, fuck, I said that wrong, and it pisses me off.
Oh yeah, like what was I trying to figure out?
Oh, because when we started, I was like, yeah, I'm working out north, and I was saying north. Because in my head, I was saying so fast that you don't hear the north, and it's like, what are you saying? And so it's been a thing.
It's a running joke.
It's been a running.
I'm ready
joke.
to make the T-shirts.
What is it? The north chapter?
The North chapter.
Yeah, it's been like a running thing, kind of like me taking a shit on the urinal. You know, it's just it happens.
Yeah, you know what annoys me is that Henry, one of my husbands, he listens to so many podcasts. He's such a podcast junkie, and he doesn't listen to mine.
Really?
Yeah. I give him shit about it all the time.
Are they okay with you guys basically spilling the beans out there?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're Justin's now?
It's been contentious every once in a while because I don't have a fucking filter, and I'll tell you exactly what happened in bed and whatever, and like I just don't care what people think of me enough.
Right.
And so that's why I think I'm just whatever, it's out there. Who cares? If someone wants to try to use that information against me, that's on them.
Right.
So I don't know why it's like I really have a disconnect with that. And my husband was always so protective, and he is so quiet. He's also like such an introvert. And I mean, he's an accountant, for God's sakes. Like he's into himself. Like, you know, he just not super social. I mean, he is, but
A bald tattooed accountant.
yeah, he scares everybody off before he even opens his mouth anyway. But so that's kind of been something I've had to navigate. And, you know, sometimes it's not till it's like published and people have listened. And I was like, oh, yeah, so by the way, you might not like this. It's coming out. Like there was a few times that I've cut things out on like I knew that was something
Right.
I crossed the line. No, just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'll talk about eating my wife's ass out, and she's not very happy about me. But, you know, it is. Sorry, babe. You know, it is what it is. And her religious family are like, but you know, I feel you though.
I talk
No
about
filter.
I talk about eating my wife's ass too, but she's just not into it. So when I go to that restaurant, she's just like, just let me know when you're done. And I'm like, okay. As I'm putting the bit. It's like, okay.
Well, thanks again for joining us.
Anyway, do you guys have a question for us before we leave?
Who's your celebrity crush?
Male.
Mel?
Either one. You can go either way.
Oh, I got so many.
But who's the top
Who
tier?
would be your hall
My
pass?
wife know that I will leave her for Khloe Kardashian.
Ew.
Listen, you told me who you like, and I didn't shit on you.
You could have totally shit on me.
Coming to my podcast, and you're disrespecting me. Yeah, but there's so many though. I mean, I was going through my Instagram the other day. My wife is all, you follow a lot of women. I'm like, yeah, sorry. You?
Yeah. Pull him up. Do you guys know who Frank Grillo is?
No, women. Oh wait, men. Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo.
What is it? And is he on anything?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen?
So for the longest time, Justin Timberlake guy right here, I couldn't tell you a fucking
his
single.
Justin.
I couldn't tell you a single song. Justin Timberlake's, but Frank
we gotta go
Grillo
with the
right
shirt-
here.
the shirt.
Oh, I know who he is now. I just don't know his name.
That's 53
Hey,
years.
put that away,
Oh
Justin.
yeah. Oh, look at that. 50. I hope I look like that when I'm 53.
Sounds too
Damn.
pretty.
Yeah, he's very shiny.
So a legit,
shiny.
Oil him up first.
boxer. Mm-hmm. But an actor. He was in some
So an
of the,
actual athlete.
the
He was in
Captain America.
Captain America. In the elevator
What else?
scene.
You ever
He's-
watch Kingdom?
Yeah, he's super fucking handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What about
what about-
female?
so talking about eating ass, but yeah.
What about girl? Do you have a girl?
I don't think about women very often, other than my wife. If I'm being honest.
Just leave me alone with Frank Grillo and Justin Timberlake.
The correct answer.
That's the correct answer. That's a safe answer. That's the answer he has to go home
Do you know
to.
who who really gets the beans going?
I didn't know you had one.
What's her from the Big Bang Theory?
Kylie Cuoco.
Whatever. Yeah,
She is hot.
yeah. That.
So the
one.
main chick on Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, she's in that new flight.
Bang.
She's
No,
in
that's
that
a
new
movie that.
She's in that new flight attendant. Yeah, she's not in that one.
Yeah, there's a
And I've seen
Bang
that
Bang
one.
movie. No, that's not. That's another one. Oh yeah. What about you, Mel?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. See, she was with.
Don't tell me. Don't fucking spoil it for me.
What?
You don't spoil it who she was with.
No. On a podcast with Whitney.
Oh, Whitney Cummings.
That's her latest ones.
Okay, so I would say my male celebrity crush is probably Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
My
there you go.
wife has a shirt that says I'm a cumber bitch.
Yeah.
Cumberbatch, yeah.
From Fan X.
Who Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh, have Angel say her name, please.
No, the male on that one.
Oh,
Why can't I think of his name right now?
yeah, he.
Brady's gonna be so mad. Brady is gonna be so
Now
mad.
he's kind of got that.
He's English.
The new one, right?
Yes, Fury Road.
Yeah,
Come
the-
on,
the
don't you
one
know
that
your
did
Mad
that-
Maxes?
Huh?
Jesus.
Tom Hardy.
Yes, thank you. I have a Hardy for Tom Hardy.
I like it.
Nice.
So I don't know why I can't remember his name because of that, but
I look like that in the mornings. Fuck.
Well, you did before you shaved. Like that second picture, right? Like that's Justin.
Yeah.
Nah,
When I get really drunk, I look just like that.
Anyway, we don't have to leave, and we have to get out of here. You guys want to say anything before we bounce out of here?
Thank you for having us
Anything
on.
to
No,
your
thanks
fans?
again for coming.
Thanks for
We appreciate it.
making us open our third
we'll
eye.
come anytime.
Yeah.
Again and again
I just
and
never know when to
again.
take him serious. or not. Before we go, big shout out. What's that, B? Pause. Before we go, big shout out to our sponsors, From Scratch. You guys are leaving with some From Scratch stuff here. Ooh. If you want fresh made meals, no one's better than From Scratch.
62 East Gallivan Avenue, downtown Salt Lake City.
And also Soda Bean. Great food, better drinks, and the best people at
2273 West, 7800
let's go.
South in West Jordan.
yeah. Those
Go
guys.
get yourself some good coffee and
these
some
guys will get you some bobas.
snacks and some bobas.
You guys
Yeah.
have bobas before?
Ooh, yeah.
I don't like them.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get out
Really
of here.
upset with you right
Definitely
now.
gotta get out of here. Anything else, ladies?
That I don't like? Lots of things.
Anything else you want to say?
How many hours do you have?
Anything else? What are you guys doing for Christmas before we go? You guys
As
have a
little
big
as
You're
enough.
probably
Possible.
still shopping.
You guys have a big enough table?
I haven't started my shopping, so
Oh wow.
Atta girl.
I'm in
Atta
trouble.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Scrooge.
I'm-
I actually don't like Christmas. I could care. I
my
could leave
kinda
it
girl.
and
Oh,
not care.
That's my kind of girl right there. And also, with you, when an adult goes, "Oh, you're so humbug," I'm like, "Well, you so 16 years old." I don't like. To me, it's depressing.
Hey, it's Christmas. Fuck off.
To me,
Thank
it's depressing.
you, sir. I
Yeah.
would give you a high
Music is
five, but I know
depressing.
you're a germaphobe. So.
It's just so commercialized. Like it's just been drained.
Ah, shit.
The music is
Thanks so much for
depressing.
joining us on the other side of the Beehive.
Until next time, take care of yourselves out there, and we will see you on the other side of the Beehive.
Peace.
Bye.